Rip and Beth are the heart of Yellowstone, but with the series heading toward its conclusion, fans are left wondering what fate awaits this iconic duo. Should they ride off into the sunset, or will the Dutton drama tear them apart? In this video, we're diving deep into possible endings for Rip and Beth, exploring the best outcomes for these beloved characters. Stay tuned for theories, predictions, and a look at what could define their legacy. Want to take your support to the next level? Join our YouTube channel membership. As a member, you'll get access to exclusive perks like early content, special shoutouts, and behind-the-scenes insights. It's a great way to connect with the channel and show your support for the content you love. Click join now and become part of our inner circle. Yellowstone's 353 episode 11 of season 5 exposes the real danger to Rip and Beth's romance. After killing his violent father and fleeing, Rip arrived to the Yellowstone ranch, and the couple had a lengthy relationship dating back to their adolescent years. The two eventually reconnected while working on the ranch many years later, and they were married in season 4 before adopting Carter, an orphan who was just as in need of the ranch as Rip was as a child. Therefore, it would appear that the Yellowstone ending of these two characters would be happy, but John's death might alter that. When Beth learned of Yellowstone's John Dutton's death, Rip was in Texas, but he swiftly returned home to help her. However, he is still unaware that Beth's infertility results from his child's failed abortion when they were teenagers, which has sparked a lot of conjecture that the truth would surface and destroy their relationship. However, now that John's death has threatened the ranch's future, Rip and Beth will probably have to deal with a new, more pressing challenge. Rip simply traveled to Texas to take care of the property. He led a group of cowboys that moved a herd of cattle that had been exposed to a dangerous disease to the 4-6's ranch in Texas until the sickness could be contained. Although the duration of the expedition was uncertain, it was evident that Rip did not intend to permanently leave Montana and saw it as an extension of his work for the Yellowstone Ranch. Nevertheless, the flashbacks in 353 show that Beth's sentiments regarding the ranching lifestyle are different. She tries to persuade Rip to stay with her a little while longer at the conclusion of her unexpected trip to Texas, but he is unable to do so since he needs to return to the 4-6's to continue supervising the transportation and care of the cattle. When combined, these two incidents imply that Beth doesn't want to be a rancher's wife and wants Rip to devote more of his attention to her and less to the cattle drive. This is a continuation of her desire to snatch him away from the ranch for some alone time in the previous episode. Whether John is around or not, Rip is devoted to the Yellowstone Ranch. When he was a terrified teenager who had just killed a man to protect his family, the ranch saved his life. John Dutton of Yellowstone had a significant role in that, since he was the ranch owner who agreed to let Rip stay in exchange for working on the property. However, Rip has since worked the land and therefore connects the ranch with his chance for a better life. Beth, on the other hand, feels differently about it. Beth may be inspired to fight for the ranch's survival because it is her father's legacy, and she has always had a strong sense of loyalty to him. She did, however, have a difficult childhood. She lived on the ranch when her mother died after falling from a horse, for which Beth was held accountable, and when Jamie took her to undergo an abortion that prevented her from becoming pregnant. Therefore, even though Beth will always be devoted to John's memory, she would prefer to live in Texas with Rip because the ranch itself is painful. In the end, if Jamie lives, it might be better for Rip and Beth to go to Texas so they can have a life together free from the burden of Beth's traumatic memories and her ongoing closeness to him. In Yellowstone, Jamie and Beth's relationship has always been poisonous, and if Jamie is around, Beth has little chance of happiness because of Jamie's betrayal of the family. It seems sense that she wants to go. However, the question of the ranch's future in Yellowstone needs to be resolved before Rip and Beth can think about starting over in Texas. Rip will not be willing to turn his back on the ranch that saved his life, but Beth doesn't see a way to save it right now. In order to save the ranch and subsequently choose how to fulfill their goals for a more tranquil, contented future, even if it means moving away, Rip will need to assist her in rediscovering her fighting spirit in Yellowstone.